Beautiful day here at Lemoy Field on the campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut for another edition of Post University Softball. Coming into this one at 3-17 overall on the year, 0-4 in conference. As we welcome you inside to the broadcast booth, Griffin Cass on hand. So glad you're with us here on this Friday afternoon. A gorgeous day here at Lemoy Field at the end of March. Temperatures in the low to mid 50s with good amount of wind here. And it's a beautiful sunny day. Today's opponent is Goldey-Beacom. The Lightning are in town here for a doubleheader on this Friday afternoon. They come into this one at 13-18 on the year, 3-0 in conference. Head coach for the Lightning, Julie Greep, in her third year, and head coach for the Eagles, it is Julie Myers-Jones in her third year. Eagles coming off of a doubleheader on Wednesday at Felician University, where they only accumulated 4 hits in the doubleheader. They lost Game 1 in 5 innings, 8-0, and then lost Game 2, 1-0. Only 1 hit in Game 1 and then 3 hits in Game 2. So let's set the field here for the Eagles. On the mound, it is Alyssa Hughes with a 5.25 ERA, the best ERA on the year, making her 4th start of the year, 22.2 innings of work. And Game 1 is underway with a strike right down the middle. Let's set the field here for the Eagles. Out in left field, it is Samantha Ricarduli. In right field, it is Alyssa Calabrese. In center, Carly Prusso. And in the infield, at third base, Caitlin DeAngelis. At shortstop, Brooke Dickinson, as that one is ripped into left field for a base hit for McKenna Frank. And then on the right side of the infield, Julia Maida playing second. At first base, Lily Tomasello. Behind the dish, Juliana Sakala. As this is Hannah Davis stepping into the batter's box here, playing left. Lays down a sac bunt. Goes right to Hughes, and she's in some trouble there, and that's an infield single for Davis. And Frank advances to second, and a quick jam here for the Eagles to start. Runners at second and first with no outs here in the top of the first. So that'll bring up the center fielder, Alex Lowry. 4th on the team in batting average at .333 on the year. Hughes delivers the first pitch, paints the inside corner, strike 1. And the Eagles, up until April 13th, all CACC games, including today's doubleheader, 14 games in conference. So a huge stretch of the season here for the Eagles. As that one is ripped to the left side, that will get through for a base hit. And bases are loaded here quickly for Goldey-Beacom in the top of the first. It's going to bring up Bryn Bowman playing first here today for the Lightning. First pitch inside. Bowman, second on the team in batting average this year, hitting .389, 95 at-bats, 37 hits. A slugging percentage of .600, on-base percentage .468. And then a huge opportunity to create some damage here in the top of the first for the Lightning. As that one misses outside and low. Three hits for the first 3 batters here in the Lightning in the top of the first. And the Eagles in a little bit of trouble here to start this first half of the doubleheader. That one is cranked foul down the left field line. And it's 2-1 to Bowman. 2-2. Alyssa Hughes is a junior right-hander from Staten Island, New York. Stands at 5'11", and in a dangerous spot here in the top of the first to begin the first game of the doubleheader. Here's a payoff pitch. And that's slice foul down the left field line. Good two-strike hitting there by Bowman. Morgan Scott, playing third base today for the Lightning, is on deck. He's sophomore. Bowman, a junior, digs in the 3-2. Spoils another one. Excellent at-bat here from Bowman. Three-two. Flied into left field, tailing towards the foul line, and yeah, the wind is going to be a huge factor here today in this one. It's extremely windy, even though it's a beautiful day with barely any clouds in the sky. Temperatures in the low to mid 50s, sunny day, but the wind is ferocious here at Lemoy Field in Waterbury. So going to play a huge factor here today in the doubleheader. And that one misses low and inside, and a run will come in off of a walk to Bowman, and it's 1-0 Lightning as they strike first here in game one. Morgan Scott hitting .291 on the year, 86 at-bats, 25 hits, .407 slugging percentage, .357 on base percentage. As she digs in here with the bases loaded, still no outs here in the top of the first. The Eagles bullpen getting loose early here in game one. One out. Right down Broadway. I'll call it strike. And Hughes just trying to get out of this inning with no further damage done. No outs and bases are loaded for the Lightning. Lightning coming off of a one-game set at Chestnut Hill on Wednesday where they won 4-0. That one's hit to the left side of the infield. DeAngelis has some trouble fielding it, and a run comes in. And Scott reaches first on an error. And it's 2-0 Lightning here in game one of the bottom of the first. Still no outs. That one's cranked into the infield. Infield fly, and Maeda catches it. And there's a first out here in the top of the first for the Eagles. Runners stay at bay. That was Autumn Simpson who just flew out. This is Raina Pelkak. First pitch upstairs and in for ball one. Three hits here for the Lightning in the top of the first, 2 runs. And that one is line drive into center. That will fall. 1 run will come in. And 2 runs will come in. It's 4-0 Lightning here in the top of the first. A 1 out, 2 RBI single for Pelkak. And Goldey-Beacom is going to hit around the order here in the top of the first. It seemed like Peruso was going to be able to charge in and grab that one, but it kind of just died out in the infield. The wind certainly playing a factor. And now 4 hits and 4 runs for the Lightning here in the top of the first. So Eagles are going to have to try and work from behind here in game 1. This is Bree Snover playing right field here today for the Lightning, batting 8th. Snover hitting .211 on the year, making her 23rd start on the season in her 24th game that she's appeared in. And she slices that one foul behind the Eagles dugout. Goldey-Beacom 2-5 on the road this year. 7-5 at home, 4-8 at neutral sites. Eagles 1-3 here at Lemoy this year. That one misses outside. Hughes will wind and fire. The catcher, Emma Friel, is on deck. Hughes delivers. And that one sliced into right field. It will tail, and the grab is made by Calabrese, and she goes to first with it. A double play to retire the side. Goldey-Beacom, they get 4 across in the top of the first. What a play by Calabrese. Out and right to retire the side. 4 hits, 4 runs for Goldey-Beacom. We head to the bottom of the first. Let's set the field here for the Lightning here in game 1. Out in left, it's Hannah Davis. In center field, Alex Lowry. In right, Bree Snover. And in the infield, Morgan Scott. At the hot corner at third. At shortstop, McKenna Frank. And on the right side of the infield, Autumn Simpson at second. Bryn Bowman at first. Behind the dish is Emma Friel. And on the mound here for the Lightning in game 1, it is Abigail O'Shields, a senior. Taking a look at O'Shields' numbers this year, leading the team in ERA, 2.21 ERA, making her 16th start of the year. She's 9-5 with 98 innings of work. And she gets a nod here in game 1 up against the Eagles. A left-hander fires the first pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Rick Garduli digs in here for a post. Leading the team in batting average this year at .304, 56 at-bats, 17 hits, .357 slugging percentage. Takes the 0-1 inside and low. Rick Garduli also leading in on-base percentage at .418. Again, the Eagles in the doubleheader on Wednesday at Felician only accumulated 4 hits, so trying to get the bats going here back at home. As a check swing, Rick Garduli did go. And O'Shields is able to get ahead on the count here. 1-2 to the leadoff batter for the Eagles. O'Shields winds and fires. And a good spot there with 2 strikes. Just misses inside. We're Rickard Dooley, a graduate student from Yorktown, New York. The 2-2 sliced into the outfield, and coming over to make the grab out in center is Lowry. Covered a good amount of ground there, and there's one down here in the bottom of the first. So that will bring up Caitlin DeAngelis, a senior, second on the team in batting average this year at .293. 58 at-bats, 17 hits. Takes the first pitch right down Broadway for strike one. O'Shields clearly in a nice groove here to start. And making her 16th start of the year for the Lightning. She's been shouldering the load on the mound this year for Goldey-Beacom as that one is skied into left field, trailing back to the line and runs out of room. Out and left for Hannah Davis. Again, the wind just carried that one out. It's going to play a huge factor here in the doubleheader. Certainly game one, as it is most definitely ferocious here. We'll see if it calms down heading into game two, but it is playing a factor here in game one. O'Shields winds and fires, and that one misses upstairs and outside to DeAngelis. That one's hit foul. O'Shields, a senior, as that one is hit into left field. It will die in shallow left, and making the grab is Frank, heading out into the outfield. Two down here in the bottom of the first. So here is the catcher, Juliana Sakala, third on the team in batting average this year, hitting .261. 46 at-bats, 12 hits. Sakala, a senior from Cedar Grove, New Jersey. Making her 18th start of the year, 18th game that she's appeared in. That one's sliced foul behind the backstop. Sakala last year in her junior year played in 39 games, started in 32 of them. Recorded a .232 batting average with 18 RBIs. O'Shields will deliver. Right down the hatch. Called strike. O'Shields in a beautiful groove here to start. A lot of velocity on that fastball. It comes out of her hands with some burst. Sakala battling. Fouls that away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first, Goldey-Beacom, if you're just tuning in, put up 4 runs in the top of the first. They accumulated 4 hits. O'Shields. Sakala battling. Working a very nice at-bat here. Count still remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. O'Shields looking to retire the side and get a 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first, as that one is foul tipped. Sakala battling here, not going down without a fight. The Eagles team this year have only combined for a .201 batting average. And Sakala, another foul ball. Coming into the AIC doubleheader a few games ago, they were hitting .185, so have improved the batting average since then. That was a week ago on Friday. Sakala takes that upstairs. In that doubleheader, the Eagles lost 5-3 in extra innings in game 1, and then mercied the Yellow Jackets in Game 2, winning 12-4. Their best win of the season. As Sakala rips that up the middle. 2 out, base knock for Sakala. What an at-bat right there. She fouled away several pitches with 2 strikes on her, and she slices that one up the middle for a base hit. So here's Lily Tomasello. She hit a home run a week ago here today at this field in the 12-4 win against the Yellow Jackets. Hitting .212 on the year. She swings at the first pitch and fouls it behind the backstop. Tomasello with 52 at-bats, 11 hits, .288 slugging percentage, and a .339 on base percentage. Tomasello is a senior from Hazlet, New Jersey. It was her first home run of the season a week ago today, and the first home run of the year for the Eagles. It was a blast out to left center field, a 3-run shot. And Eagles in desperate need of some hacks here in the bottom of the first, trailing 4-0 as that one is upstairs and in to Tomasello. Three balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Sakala on first, bottom of the first. That one is right down Broadway. Looked like a good pitch for Tomasello to swing, but it looked like she was taking that one no matter what. So now it's full. Here's the payoff. That is smoked into left field. Track, wall, bye-bye baseball. Second home run of the year for Tomasello. A 2-run moonshot. And the Eagles are back in business. It's 4-2. So Tomasello, like I was just mentioning, hit a 3-run shot to left field a week ago today in the 12-4 win against the Yellow Jackets in Game 2. And then in the first game of the doubleheader here against the Lightning, she strikes with a 2-run blast. And the Eagles, with a huge response here in the bottom of the first, gave up 4 in the top of the first. And Tomasello, a 2-run shot, has them back in business. And now we'll bring up the designated player, Juliana Regano, who will step in here with 2 down in the bottom of the first. Foul tips that back to the backstop. Regano hitting .138 on the year, making her 13th start. 29 at-bats, 4 hits. Regano, a graduate student from Franklin Square, New York, takes that one outside for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. That one is skied into right. Catch is made to retire the side. We head to the top of the second. 6 runs here in the ball game thus far. Lily Tomasello gets the Eagles back in business with a 2-run shot. Four hits for the Lightning in the top of the first, 2 hits for the Eagles in the bottom of the first. 4 runs for the Lightning, 2 runs for the Eagles. It's 4-2 as we are ready for the top of the second here at Lemoy Field. So glad you're with us here on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Wind is heavy, temperatures in the low to mid-50s, a beautiful sunny day here on this Friday afternoon. As we are getting ready for April, it is the 9-batter and then the top of the order here for the Lightning in the top of the second. Emma Friel will dig in here. She takes the first pitch right down the middle for strike one. Friel taking care of the catching duties here today for the Lightning. Again, Goldey-Beacom 13-18 overall, 3-0 in CACC play. Friel hitting .302 this year, making her 22nd start, 43 at-bats, 13 hits. .302 slugging percentage as well as her batting average as that one misses inside. Hughes definitely got lit up like a Christmas tree a little bit in the top of the first. But let's see the response that she has here in the second, as Tomasella really helped her out with that 2-run blast to make it 4-2, as Friel grounds that foul down the third base line. Eagles 32-11 all time versus the Lightning. Two. Once again, the 2-2. That's lined into left field, tailing foul. Hughes with 24 pitches now, 0 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 earned runs, 4 hits. And she fires the 2-2 to the 9-batter. That's a weak dribbler to the left side of the infield. Dickinson fields it cleanly and fires the first in time for out number 1 here in the top of the second. So here's the top of the order for the Lightning. McKenna Frank singled to left field. A ground ball single, that is, in her first at-bat. Frank takes the off-speed pitch outside and low. 1-1 count to the leadoff batter, 1 out here in the top of the second. Frank rips that foul down the third base line. Frank has had the most at-bats here for any Lightning this season with 108, 42 hits, 11 doubles, 11 RBIs. She scored 23 runs this year. Frank hits that to the left side. Nice play by DeAngelis. Fires to first. Oh! Caitlin DeAngelis with a sensational play. And there's 2 down here in the top of the second. That was ripped to the left side. She threw that one from her knees to retire Frank. And the Eagles doing a good job of settling in here in game 1. That'll bring up Hannah Davis, who had a bunt single in her first at-bat. Off speed. Misses inside. Davis from Bethel, Delaware. She lines that into left field and hailing to the foul line and diving out and putting her body on the line and making the grab is Rick Arduli. A 1-2-3 for the Eagles in the top of the second, and they head back to the bats, trailing 4-2. (4-2) as we are ready for the bottom of the second. Eagles coming off of a 1-2-3 in the top of the second, and they head back to the bats here. 6, 7, 8 due up for Post in the bottom of the second. 4 hits for Goldey-Beacom, 2 for Post. Calabrese hitting 167 on the year, making her 9th start. Takes the first pitch right down the hatch. Called strike. 30 at-bats, 5 hits for Calabrese on the year. And she skies that behind the backstop. Calabrese hitting 194, or excuse me, an on-base percentage of 194, pardon me, 167 batting average. Swings and misses at that one. Drop third strike. Throw down to first in time. So that'll bring up Julia Maida. 5th on the team in batting average this year, hitting 205. 44 at-bats, 9 hits. A 300 on-base percentage. 3 RBIs on the year for Maida. A senior from Staten Island, New York. Maida looks at that one right down the middle. 2-1 count. Maida played her high school softball at Notre Dame Academy, and she swings and misses at that one. 2-2. Last year as a junior, hit 208. 6 RBIs, 11 hits, 53 at-bats. Takes that one upstairs and in. She played in 33 games last year, started in 23 of them. Here's the payoff. Just misses upstairs, and Maida will walk. So that'll bring up Brooke Dickinson, the shortstop. She's definitely struggled in the batter's box this year. 39 at-bats, 3 hits. Making her 20th start in the 20th game that she's appeared in this season. First pitch on its way from O'Shields, and it paints the outside corner. Dickinson, a junior from Vineland, New Jersey. Takes the 0-1. Upstairs and outside. Maida checked in on at first. by Friel. Nice snap throw down to first. Keeping the runner on us and on her toes. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the second. It is a 4-2 lead for Goldey-Beacom. A big hack there by Dickinson, and she whiffs on it. And if you're just tuning in, Goldey-Beacom put up 4 in the top of the first. Eagles put up 2 with that 2-run blast by Tomasello to drive in her and Sakala. Check swing. Did she go? She did. She did. Swing and a miss on the strike 3. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the second. So 2 strikeouts here for O'Shields in the bottom of the second. Now we'll bring up the center fielder, Carly Peruso, who is 6 on the team in batting average this year at 167. Takes the first pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Peruso, 42 at-bats, 7 hits, making her 21st start of the year. And she sails that one foul behind the Eagles' dugout. O'Shields able to get ahead here on the 9-batter. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from O'Shields is fouled away and spoiled. Peruso lifts that into shallow right. Coming over to make the grab is Simpson in foul play. And that will retire the side. We head to the third. It's 4-2 Goldey-Beacom. Three, 4, 5 due up here for the Lightning in the top of the third. No runs in the second. 6 runs by both teams in the first. And it is 4-2 Lightning here in the first game of our 2-game set here on this beautiful Friday afternoon. So glad you're with us here on the CACC Network, presented as always here at Post by the Nest Network. Eagles in search of their first win in conference this year. 0-4 in CACC play, 3-17 on the year. As Goldey-Beacom 3-0 in conference and 13-18 on the season. Lowry singled to left in her first at-bat. Lowry is a junior. Swings at that one. DeAngelis fields and throws in time. DeAngelis has played an excellent third base here to start in game 1. So here's Bryn Bowman. She walked in her first at-bat. A junior, a psychology major. Rolls over on that one, hits it foul. Hughes able to get ahead on the count here. Hughes up to 40 pitches in the 0-2. That is ripped into center field, trailing back to the wall. Forget about it. Bryn Bowman goes yard, a solo shot to center field, and it is 5-2 Goldey-Beacom. That is Bowman's 4th home run on the year. She leads the team in that categories. And the 2nd home run here in game 1. Tomasello hit the first, and Bowman leaves the yard, hitting that one to deep center field, the deepest part of the park. Morgan Scott, who is 0 for 1. She reached first on an error in her first at-bat. Takes the off-speed pitch upstairs and in for ball 1. 1-1 count. 1 out, top of the 3rd. Goldey-Beacom looking to stay perfect here in CACC play on this Friday afternoon. That one is ripped. Dickinson fields it, throws it. Tomasello needs to jump, but she's got it. And there's 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. Here's Autumn Simpson, who flew out to second in her first at-bat. Takes that one upstairs. Takes that one for a strike. Looked a little high, but Hughes gets the call. That one misses upstairs and outside. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hughes delivers. And that one is just a bit high. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 3rd. Eagles looking to head back to the bats after Bowman left the yard, and that one ripped into right field, trailing back as Calabrese runs out of room to make the grab. And Simpson will dig for 3rd, and she's safe at 2nd. A 2-out double for Autumn Simpson to right field. That will bring up Pelkak, who had a 2 RBI single in her first at-bat. There's another run out there for her at 2nd. It is Simpson. And Hughes delivers. That one is chopped. Dickinson fields it and throws it for the 3rd out here in the top of the 3rd. Bowman leaves the yard with a solo shot to center field. And it is 5-2 Goldey-Beacom as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd here at Lemoy Field. Top of the order here due up for the Eagles. Rickard Dooley, she flew out to center field in her first at-bat. O'Shields at 47 pitches, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 earned runs, 2 hits allowed. First pitch at the bottom of the third is a strike right down the middle to Rick Arduli. Rick Arduli swings and misses at the upstairs cheese. In her senior year last year, played in 46 games, started in 44 of them, recorded a .228 batting average with 10 RBIs. And she fouls that away. Recorded 26 hits in 114 at-bats. Goldey-Beacom with 6 hits here in game 1. The Eagles with 2 hits. It was at bottom of the first where Sakala had a line drive single up the middle. Then Tomasello followed her with a 2-run shot. And Rick Arduli goes down swinging. So that will bring up DeAngelis, who flew out to shallow left in her first at-bat. And she skies that into the infield. An easy grab for Simpson at second, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the third. So here's Sakala, line drive single right up the middle in her first at-bat. Takes that first pitch right down the middle. Strike 1. O'Shields in a nice groove here in the bottom of the third. She's really settled in here since the first inning when she gave up that home run to Tomasello. And the 0-1 to Sakala is upstairs. Ball 1. Taking a look at Julie Meyer-Jones, 39-71 as a coach here for the Eagles in her 3rd year at the helm. No balls, 2 strikes, and Sakala spoils it. Good 2-strike hitting there, fouls it away behind the backstop. Takes that one outside and low for a ball. That one is skied in the infield, and the grab for Frank, a 1-2-3 for Goldey-Beacom in the bottom of the third. Let's head to the fourth, 5-2 Lightning. Top of the fourth here at Lemoy. It is 5-2 Lightning here in game 1 as we welcome you back upstairs to the broadcast booth out in right field here. Griffin Castle on hand with you. Here on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Sun is out, shining down here at the campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. Wind is certainly a factor here, but temperatures ranging in the low to mid 50s. As Hughes back on the mound here for the Eagles. 52 pitches, 0 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 earned runs, 6 hits allowed by Hughes in her 4th start of the year. 8, 9, and then top due up here for the Lightning. In the top of the 4th, Snover, who lined out to right in that double play in her first at-bat. It was a good piece of hitting there, but Calabrese made an outstanding grab and then throw to first to get the double play. Two balls, 1 strike. Hughes delivers upstairs and outside. Ball 3. Snover, a junior, 5'7", psychology major. And she draws a walk. Definitely not how Hughes wanted to start this top of the 4th. A leadoff walk for Snover brings up Friel, who grounded out to shortstop in her first at-bat. Looks like we might have a change here. That is not Friel up at bat. It is Gabriella Monzo, the senior from Northfield, New Jersey, digging in here. So getting a pinch hit here in the top of the 4th. Snover on first, no outs. Hughes delivers the first pitch to Monzo. A called strike. Monzo hitting 156 on the year, appearing in her 22nd game on the season. 45 at-bats, 7 hits. A .278 on-base percentage. Rips that one down the third base line, just foul. Monzo, as a junior in 2023, played in 46 games, making 43 starts. She transferred after her sophomore year from Wesley College. As she slices that down the right field line, foul. The 0-2 hit right back up the middle. And that will bring Snover into second. Monzo with a pinch hit single. And there's something brewing here for the Lightning. In the top of the 4th, no outs, runners at second and first. Monzo will be pinch ran for here. So Friel re-enters. It is now the top of the order for the Lightning with runners at second and first, no outs. And a pitching change here for the Eagles. Into the game now is Madison Caldwell in relief, the right-hander, 5'2" from Townsend, Delaware, a senior, and the call to the bullpen. We'll step aside here on the CACC Network. So called to the bullpen here for the Eagles. Madison Caldwell in relief. And Alyssa Hughes' day in game one is done. She threw 62 pitches in 3 innings of work, an 11.67 ERA with 5 earned runs. Allowed 7 hits, walked 2, and Madison Caldwell will try and pick up the slack here in relief with runners at second and first. No outs. In a bit of a tough spot here for Caldwell. Caldwell on the year, 29.2 innings of work, a 7.79 ERA. She's made 5 starts on the year, appearing in her 8th game. She is 0-6. That one is dribbled foul down the third base line. Frank is 1 for 2 on the day. She grounded out to third in her previous at-bat and singled to left in her first. 2-1. Hit to the left side. DeAngelis with a sensational play. She tags the runner. Snover heading to third. What a play by DeAngelis. And Snover looks a little shaken up after the play. Caitlin DeAngelis has played an unreal third base here today. The awareness there to make the play and tag the runner heading to third, a thing of beauty. And Hannah Davis now, who lined out to left field in her previous at-bat, had a bunt single in her first at-bat, 1 for 2 here in game one. 1 out, runners at second and first. It's Frank on first, Friel on second. And the 0-1. And Caldwell able to get ahead 0-2 here on the number 2 batter for the Lightning. Seven hits for Goldey-Beacom, 2 for Post. And the 0-2 from Caldwell. Paints the inside corner, strike 3. 2 big outs here for Caldwell in relief, job not done. Looking for that third here. So here's Alex Lowry, the center fielder, ground out to third in her previous at-bat, singled to left in her first at-bat. 1 for 2 here in game one. The 1-0 down Broadway, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the fourth. The runners at second and first for Goldey-Beacom. Leading 5-2. And that one is poked into right field. Calabrese barely has to move, and what a job by Caldwell in relief. Came into the game with runners at second and first, no outs, and she gets 3 quick ones to retire the side. We head to the fourth, to the bottom of the fourth, 5-2 Goldey-Beacom. Four, 5, 6 due up here for the Eagles in the bottom of the fourth. Tomasello, 2-run shot in her first at-bat, 1 for 1. here in game one. O'Shields back on the mound with 56 pitches, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 earned runs, 2 hits allowed. An excellent start here for O'Shields. Eagles chasing 3. Tomasello takes that one in the dirt. The 1-1. Foul tip. One ball, 2 strikes. O'Shields delivers. Swing and a miss. Big hack there from Tomasello, and she is retired. That'll bring up Regana, who lined out to right field in her first at-bat, 0 for 1. First pitch from O'Shields. Poked into left field. Charging in and nearly making the grab. It was foul. Excellent effort there by Davis. Charging in. Would have been a major highlight there. She could have made that grab. And it's 0-1 here to the number 5 batter for the Eagles. That one is poked and caught. It just died in the air. The wind, a major factor. And Scott makes the grab, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. So here's Alyssa Calabrese. Struck out in her first at-bat. Takes that one right down the hatch for strike 1. O'Shields in an excellent groove. Swing and a miss from Calabrese. So Shields, you could only point to a little negativity in her start in that first inning where she gave up a hit to Sakala up the middle, then a 2-run bomb by Tomasello. But other than that, she has been flawless. A pristine start here for O'Shields. And she's got 5 strikeouts now and a 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Let's head to, in the bottom of the 4th, let's head to the 5th. It is 5-2 Goldey-Beacom. O'Shields is in a groove. All right, top of the 5th here at Lemoy Field. 4-5-6 due up for the Lightning here. Bowman, she hit a solo shot to center field in her previous at-bat, walked in her first. And Caldwell back on the mound here for the Eagles. First pitch, right down the middle, strike 1. That one is lifted out into right field, trailing back to the wall, and it will one-hop the fence. The wind tailed it away from Calabrese, and a leadoff double for Bowman here in the top of the 5th. She got a lot of help from the wind on that one. It really carried out of the way of Calabrese. As that will bring up Morgan Scott, who grounded out to short in her previous at-bat. So we have a pinch hitter here for Goldey-Beacom. So Scott will not dig in here. And it will be number 29, Davi Jimenez. Pinch hitting here. Jimenez is a sophomore from Vineland, New Jersey. Pokes that into right field. Foul. Jimenez in a big spot here with Bowman in scoring position at second. Jimenez appearing in her 16th game this year. 10 at-bats. Has not recorded a hit. Takes that one low and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Top of the 5th, runner at second. A 5-2 lead here for Goldey-Beacom in game 1. Caldwell delivers low. 3 balls now to the pinch hitter here, Jimenez. Three one. Jimenez check swings and fouls it away. Count has reached its distance. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff. And Jimenez spoils it. Once again, the 3-2. Jimenez rolls over. DeAngelis fields it, goes to first. And Bowman is safe at third. And that will bring up Simpson, who's 1 for 2 here in game 1. She doubled to right field in her previous at-bat, flew out to second in her first at-bat. Bowman is on third. There's 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And Simpson takes that one upstairs for ball 1. Caldwell up to 15 pitches now, 1 strikeout, 1 hit, 0 earned runs, and hasn't walked a batter in relief. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Big hack there from Simpson. And a nice delivery from Caldwell. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Caldwell winds and fires. And that is poked into shallow right. That will drop. And Bowman will head home. It is a 1-out RBI single for Simpson. Her 13th run batted in on the year, and it is 6-2 Lightning. Pelkak digs in and fouls that one away. 2 RBIs on the game for Pelkak, 1 for 2. A 2 RBI single in her first at-bat and ground out to shortstop in her previous at-bat. And she pokes that one through DeAngelis and Dickinson for a single. And Simpson will stroll into second. Pelkak into first, and there's runners at second and first here with only 1 out in the top of the 5th. So it looks like Snover, no, we will get a pinch runner here for Pelkak. Can't see who that is, but we'll get that for you as soon as we are able to. Digging in now is Snover, who was 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. She walked in her previous at-bat lined out to right in her first at-bat. So pinch running now at first is Delaney Nsinga, the sophomore, an outfielder from Southampton, New Jersey. The 1-0. Inside. Ball 2. 10 hits now for Goldey-Beacom. 2 hits for the Eagles. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and first, top of the 5th. Caldwell winds and fires and misses outside, just a little bit outside. On deck is the 9-hitter, the catcher, Emma Friel. Rio. Down Broadway, strike 1. The 3-1 from Caldwell is fouled. Back to the Goldey-Beacom dugout. The payoff pitch on its way from Caldwell. That's hit right back up the middle. Rounding third is Simpson. She will score. And Nsinga is safe at third. And Snover strolls into second. It is 7-2 now, Lightning. So Friel will step in here now. 2 earned runs for Caldwell in relief, 4 hits allowed, 1 strikeout, 0 walks. 11 hits now for the Lightning. And an odd square there from Friel with 2 runners out there in scoring position. The Lightning, with 1 big swing here, can really put things away and make it out of reach for the Eagles. It is 7-2. Top of the 5th, the 0-1 from Caldwell. Misses outside. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-2 now as that one's fouled away. Runners on second and third. The 1-2. Dribbled. DeAngelis fields and throws the home. And getting under the tag is Nsinga. And Friel will take second. 8-2 Lightning. So that brings up the top of the order here. McKenna Frank, 1 for 3 on the day. Reached first on a fielder's choice in her last at-bat. Ground out to third in her second at-bat. And had a single to left field in her first at-bat to start things off here in Game 1. There are 2 out there for runners at second and third. Only 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 12 hits now for Goldey-Beacom. 8 runs as DeAngelis fields it. And a pickle. They get Snover for the second out here in the top of the 5th. Frank will stroll into second. And Davis will step in here, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out looking in her previous at-bat. So Friel on third. Frank on second. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Caldwell will deal the first pitch to Davis. And it's right down the middle for strike 1. And just a reminder, it is 8 runs after 5. So if Goldey-Beacom puts up 2 more here in the top of the 5th, And the Eagles do not score, as that's a base hit to center field. Frank will round third. She will score. And Davis strolls into second with a 2 RBI base knock, and it's 10-8, 10-2, pardon me, Goldey-Beacom. So that will bring up the center fielder, Lowry, who lined out to right in her last at-bat. Takes the first pitch for a strike. And Davis on second. 2 outs, top of the 5th. It is 10-8, 10-2 now. Goldey-Beacom, 13 hits for the Lightning. And make it 14 hits as that one goes right up the middle. Davis rounding third. She will score. 11-2 Lightning, as they have blown the doors open here in Game 1. Looking to stay perfect in CACC play. Coming into the doubleheader today, 3-0 in conference. And it is looking bleak here for Post in Game 1. And that one is hit to shallow right. Just foul. As Bowman, who is 2 for 2 on the day with 2 RBIs and a walk, homered in her second at-bat to center field, double to right in her previous at-bat. She has had the hot bat here today for Goldey-Beacom. Another RBI out there for her at second, and she smokes that into left field, rounding third and scoring is Lowry, and it is 12-2 Lightning. 3 RBIs now for Bowman. She is up to 35 runs batted in on the year. She leads the team by a mile in that category. So Sakala will head out to the mound and talk things over with Caldwell. Bryn Bowman, what a Game 1 here. Having one of the best performances versus Winona State on March 1st. She had 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Here today, she has 3 hits and 3 RBIs in Game 1. That one is ripped and it squeaks through. Another hit for the Lightning. And that is Jimenez's first hit on the year. And 16 hits now for the Lightning. Seven runs here in the 5th inning for the Lightning, and they had just blown the doors open here in this 5th inning. 12 runs, 16 hits. And the good times just keep on rolling here in the 5th for the Lightning. As Simpson digs in, she is 2 for 3 on the game with an RBI. An RBI single to right field in her previous at-bat. Caldwell has now given up 9 of the 16 hits. 7 earned runs. And the 2-1 is a swing and a miss. Simpson was chasing that one low. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Caldwell delivers. And that one is fouled off of the heel of Simpson. Caldwell misses outside and low. for ball 3. Count is full. The payoff pitch from Caldwell. Ripped into left field. 17th hit of the game. And 1 run will score. And there are runners at second, at the corners here for the Lightning. 17 hits now and 8 runs in the 5th inning. Goldey-Beacom put up 4 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, and 8 runs here in the 5th, and have totaled 17 hits here in Game 1, leading 13-2. The 1-0 to Nsinga. And she dribbles out to DeAngelis. He fields it to first. And finally, the 5th inning ends. 8 runs for the Lightning in the 5th. And they take a 13-2 lead heading into the bottom of the 5th. The Eagles need some runs or this game will be over after this half inning. What a top of the 5th for the Lightning. They put up 8 runs in the 5th inning, 8 of their 13 coming in the top of the 5th. And they have 17 hits now here in the game to the Eagles 2. And the Eagles with 7, 8, 9 due up here in the bottom of the 5th need some runs or else this one will be over. If they're as Maida's hit by that pitch. O'Shields up to 66 pitches now, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 earned runs, 2 hits. And that will bring up Dickinson, who is only having her 2nd at-bat of the game here in the bottom of the 5th. What a start here from O'Shields. Dickinson struck out in her first at-bat. The Eagles need to put up 4 runs or more to keep this game going. If they put up 3 or less, it will be a mercy rule after 5 here for the Lightning. The 0-1 to Dickinson. Fouls that away. And O'Shields able to get ahead here on the shortstop. 0-2 count, no outs. Maida on first. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. The 6th strikeout now for O'Shields. And there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. So here's Peruso. Dribbles out to third. It is fielded and thrown and not able to make the grab at first. And there's runners at the corners here for the Eagles with 1 out. that brings up the top of the order here. Rick Arduli with her third at-bat of the game, 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Struck out swinging in her previous at-bat, flew out to center in her first at-bat. And it is 1-0 to the leadoff batter here for the Eagles. Runners at the corners trying to keep this game alive. They need 4 runs or more here to keep this one going. One ball, one strike, one out. Runners at the corners. And O'Shields deals. That one misses. Low and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. O'Shields delivers. Same spot as the previous one. Looked good from here. But the umpire, home plate umpire, obviously has a better vantage point. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Rick Arduli draws a walk. Bases loaded here. And O'Shields is going to be visited here on the mound by Friel. Just wanting to settle her pitcher down here and talk things over. Bases are loaded. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. DeAngelis digs in, 0 for 2 here in game 1. Flew out to second in her previous at-bat. Flew out to shallow left in her first at-bat. Takes the first pitch for a ball. The 1-0 to DeAngelis is a strike. Paints the inside corner. Sakala on deck, who is 1 for 2. She is one of the 2 hits here for the Eagles in game 1. As DeAngelis flies that into shallow center, the catch is made, and tagging and scoring is Maida. And now coming home is Peruso, and she will slide into home and safe. So 2 runs now for the Eagles. They need 2 more to keep things going. And the meat of the order up here with Sakala and Tomasello on deck. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Sakala flew out to shortstop in her previous at-bat. Line drive up the middle in her first at-bat. Sakala rolls over on that one. Play is made, and the scoop at first to retire the side, and that will do it for game 1. Goldey-Beacom has 17 hits in game 1, and they win it 13-4. We have game 2 coming up next here on the CACC Network. Don't go anywhere.